home to you.
Today we're training lower body one.
So guys! Is that it, yeah? Morgan! How we doing, guys? We're here with Team ShapeYOU, Justin and Felix. Yesterday we done, was it? It was upper body one yesterday, which was more hypertrophy stuff. Today we're going to be doing lower body one. So we're going to run you through some leg workouts. What are we doing today, guys?
We're starting off with some front squats.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to lower rep range today because we're working a little bit more strength. So we're going to start off with some front squats, and then we're going to move on to some hat squats, leg press, so a few different exercises. And we're going to train some calves as well. We can't forget those calves.
Genau, Leute, herzlich willkommen zu unserem zweiten Tag. Wir trainieren heute den Unterkörper. Gestern war Oberkörper angesagt. Wir werden Front Squats machen, wir werden Hackenschmidt machen, jede Menge verschiedene Sachen. Und I would say we start directly. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go for it. Good. So Leute, wir fangen jetzt an mit der ersten Übung Front Squats, aber bevor wir anfangen, ist natürlich ein kleines Warm-Up-Programm auf dem Plan. Our Warm-Up Master, Justin Paul. Welcome!
Thanks. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple of exercises to get the hips nice and mobilised. So we're going to come over to a bench. I'm not a huge fan of doing static stretches before I train, so we're not going to hold these moves for too long. We're just going to stretch out the glutes first of all to start with, so we'll drop the shin down onto the bench. But as I said, I'm not too much of a fan of static, so we're just going to gradually move around, try and open up those hips, try in different positions. And then do the same on the other leg. So it's just going to open up those hips, stretch those glutes a little bit. So try on all different angles. And then a little bit for ankle mobility. And also the hip flexor a little bit. So we're just going to put our foot on the bench. Almost like a split squat. Come as far forward as we can. Get that calf fired up. And then we're going to feel it on the hip flexor on the other leg as well. So sort of opening that up. Change leg. So the idea is try and get that knee as far forward as possible so we improve that ankle range of motion, which is why a lot of people can't squat through depth because they don't have that ankle mobility. And as I say, also working that hip flexor, which again a lot of people have tight hip flexors, so again we can do it on the floor. Same thing, not a static stretch, we keep moving, get everything warmed up and ready to go. And then just open up those hips, everything nice and warm.
If I just stay quiet to you, come back to me. Every step that you take, I come through.
So Leute, wir machen jetzt Front Squats. Justin, why do we do front squats today?
So we're doing front squats today to focus a little bit more on the quads, and the other leg day we're going to do back squats, which get a little bit more hamstring and glute improvement. As you can see when we're doing the front squats, we've got a few variations in the grip. So I've got a clean grip, the other guys are using a cross grip. It depends what's more comfortable for you. Obviously you want the bar to sit on your front delts. Clean grip requires a little bit of shoulder mobility, which some people don't have. So
Which we actually don't have.
not as mobile as myself, so but certain things obviously go with whatever's more comfortable. Maybe work on that shoulder mobility so you can get into that clean grip. So it definitely feels more comfortable.
So, Tom, what about reps and sets?
We're going to keep it 5 sets of 5 reps.
Yeah, so 2 days
We're
is going to be
gonna-
more about strength.
Yeah, keep really focusing on the teardrop and the quad like Justin was saying, just to focus on the movement as well. You don't want to go too over the top of it, so.
Yeah, so the most important thing today is like good form, but we still go heavy, 5 times 5, and I think we keep the reps low the whole workout. So time for the next set.
If you're struggling with form, drop the weight because you want the form to be perfect for this.
Yeah.
So.
Genau Leute, wir machen jetzt eben Front Squats. Wir werden bei dem Leg Workout werden wir heute mehr auf Kraft gehen, sprich Wiederholungen im 5er-Bereich ungefähr. Wir machen jetzt 5 Sätze. Achtet darauf, dass eure Ausführung sauber ist, dass ihr euch da keine Verletzung holt. Bei sämtlichen Arten von Squats, Front Squats, Back Squats, geht man eh nicht bis zum Versagen, sondern wirklich bis die Form unsauber wird, bis nichts mehr geht, wirklich ehrlich zu sich selber sein und nicht noch irgendwie eine rausballern, die nicht mehr schön ist. Und an der Beinpresse etc. kann man dann wirklich mehr zum Versagen gehen, aber hier jetzt nice and clean. So Leute, jetzt fragt ihr euch vielleicht, wenn ihr jetzt Mädchen seid und zuschaut, ist der Plan auch für Mädchen geeignet? So Tom, is this workout series also useful for a girl, or can a girl train?
Yeah. You don't want to be a cardio bunny. I mean, girls can do this type of training. It's not going to make you massive and ugly. You know, a fit girl is a very good looking girl. Just because girls train, it doesn't mean they're going to be mussy.
Yeah.
Definitely. I mean, all females are welcome to try this. Obviously, change the weight around, but definitely, I definitely suggest it. Yeah, because it's going to tone the female body up a lot better, and it's going to, you're going to see results as a female.
What would you say if a girl say like, oh, okay, but I don't want to be like, get bigger arms, get bigger like...
I would tell her and go, don't worry, you're not going to...
Yeah, because it's all about the hormones and stuff like that.
It all depends on the style of training.
Yeah.
And I mean, if you want to be big, you put the work in, you become big. But a lot of females are disillusioned thinking if I join a gym, I'm going to become muscle. That's not the fact at all.
After 2 trainings, I get massive arms like
this. It's a healthy it's a healthy lifestyle. And you can go to the gym and you can stay fit and healthy and tone the female body up. You've not got to lift heavy weights to become big. Still lift weights, but depending on your diet and your actual training, you're not going to look like a man.
It's not overnight.
Look like a man.
And when you realize, oh, it's getting too big, you can slow it down or stop. It's not that you wake up and say like, no way, I've got 90-inch guns.
And a lot of females get that illusion. They see all these other women and they look at the bodybuilder women. That's the trouble, and they think they're going to look like them. That's
they use steroids. They train for 20 years. They are like
that's their whole life of trying to look. They want to look that way.
Yeah.
You just train your body to look how you want to look.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of females in here, if you look around, they're all toned, they're all slim, they're all, and they're still hitting the weights. They're not just on the running machine, running, burning muscle, burning fat.
Yeah.
Which is what you don't want, because you want the female body to look like a female. So definitely, I'd say females, give all these a go. Change your weights to suit yourself, but 100% give it a go. You might even have to get a female in to join a session one day if you want. Get a female pro to come in and put us for our paces.
Also Mädels, wenn ihr Bock habt, dem Plan zu folgen, dann macht's einfach. Ihr müsst keine Angst haben, dass ihr zu massiv werdet. Just what do you think? Squatting girls?
Yeah, you got to get girls weight training, man. You got to get them weight training, the squatting, deadlifts. That's how you're going to build that booty, and everyone's after that booty. Yeah. There's this misconception that if girls weight training, they're going to get big and muscular, which just isn't the case. If it was as easy as that, we'd all be absolutely huge. This takes us years. We're guys, we've got the right hormones to build muscles. Girls are going to struggle with building muscles. It's going to take ages. So girls get in the gym, weight training.
Go for it.
Better than running on a treadmill for hours on end, which is just going to make you look worse. So get under the squat rack. Do it.
Okay.
Do it.
Okay, Zeit für die zweite Übung. It's time for the second exercise, hack squat.
Yep, so moving on to hack squats now. So again, we're keeping those reps low. So we're going to do 5 sets of 5 again. So still kind of strength training. And then we're going to go straight into it. So Tom's going to go.
I can fly.
So again, same with squatting. Foot placement is going to have a huge bearing on what muscles you're going to work more. So changing up foot placement to change what target muscles you're working is always a great idea and way to vary your training. As you see, Tom's got very narrow foot placement, and the further away you bring your feet, so if he has feet further away, a little bit more hamstring and glutes, it's more about the hips, and if he has his feet further back, so closer to him, underneath him, a little bit more quads.
If I can bleed, if that's what you wanted, you won't get it tonight. 'Cause I can fly, I can fly, I can fly, I can fly.
So Leute, wir sind jetzt bei der dritten Übung angelangt. Und für die dritte Übung machen wir, for the third exercise we do,
Reverse lunges, yeah, so great exercise. A little bit different to forward lunges, slightly different emphasis on the muscle groups, and takes the stress off the knees. So there's no forward shear pressure through the knees, obviously you're stepping backwards.
and about sets and reps we do
5x5 again. 5x5, yeah,
Yeah,
so that's
so-
a bit of the theme for today, is 5x5.
So we go for strength. And bei der Übung machen wir so 5 pro Seite, sprich also 10 Ausfallschritte, insgesamt so jetzt 10 in total.
Back home to you.
So Tom, you're always on your phone. Talk to me, what's going on, what are we doing?
I was just texting my mum to say to put the dinner on.
Oh, yeah?
Nah, I'm on Instagram, man.
Yeah?
I'm on, you gotta keep. That's another thing, guys. So like, I know you see a lot of us guys on our phones. We're not on it 24/7, but literally we'll just keep live on social media because well, it's a free platform to promote yourself. You know, Arnie once said back in the day, when you're in shape and that, take as many photos as you can because them photos are going to be there forever. It's kind of the same nowadays. Like years have gone on, and now we've just got. It's just free to be able to put social media out there. For me, you know, I'm quite active on all social platforms just to keep my reach out there and going. And it's good to give the people who support you something back to let them know what you're doing. As for like pictures and stuff, you know, you want to show a bit of personality, but nothing too personal. And even with the pictures and that, you want to make them worth looking at, or something what you find interesting and your supporters are going to find interesting. So it's just being active, really. It's
Yeah,
just
so it's
like-
all about good content, isn't it? So not just putting
Yeah.
out some rubbish. You want to provide some good content for your followers.
Yeah,
right?
you want to. The trouble is that, unfortunately, with social media, you see a lot of these things that people get misled, and a lot of it is nowadays quite fake.
Yeah, it's very easy
It
to
is
get
very
misled,
set up,
isn't it?
very.
Yeah.
You know, you see these big athletes in their Lamborghinis when, you know, it's a Lamborghini they've just taken a picture of next to in the street. It's not even
Yeah.
theirs. So it's nice to be able to put stuff out, showing people who you really are, what you're doing, and keeping the content good, real, and just about what you're about. You know, don't lie to the rest of the world about who you are and that. I mean, I'm still a roofer. On my Facebook, I put up my roofing job and talk about roofing and my friends and family. That's my personal Facebook. On my fan page and Instagram and that, I post about what I'm doing, where I'm doing it, fitness, health. You know, I'm always quite motivational. That's just the way I am. Other guys, they like to talk more about training or they talk more about food. But what I will say, when it comes to building a good social media, is staying true to who you are and genuine, and just be positive. And you know, people always ask me about the brands and everything. How do you get a sponsorship? How do you get this? The thing is, you're always being watched on social media. Two good friends of mine recently have just been picked up in a film just because of their their social media. Someone's seen what they look like, their image on social media, so they've contacted them. Now they're in two big massive films, and you know, so ideally, what you want to put out there is imagery of yourself and who you are. You don't want to keep on putting pictures of cars up, pictures of food, your cat, your dog. You know, save that stuff for your personal stuff, for Facebook and stuff like that. But if you're trying to build a platform where you want to potentially get a supplement or earn off of it, you know, promote yourself in the way you want to be portrayed. And like I say to everyone, always just stay positive. And because, not being funny, for example, my clothing company, I'm not going to sponsor someone who's effing and blinding and moaning about the government or anything on social media. I'm going to want to sponsor someone who's humble, genuine, and actually loves life and positive. So just bear that in mind, really. Do you know what I mean? Like, all our stuff, you always see us, we're always, and collaborating. We're always posting stuff with each other and that, collaborating, helping each other out. Because a team is always stronger than an individual.
Yeah, I think that's something that's overlooked, right? Working together. It's almost like in the fitness industry, people feel if someone else is successful, they get envious, they get jealous, and they don't like that person. It's like, that person's successful, I can't be successful as well. Yeah. It's like only one person can be good. Whereas if you work together, you can be good together. You share each other's followers, you share each other's fans, and you're going to grow together rather than just keeping it to yourself, you know? There's a bigger platform, everyone has their own following and fan base. If you can share that with each other, you're both going to grow. So collaborations, teamwork, things like that is the best way to grow and quickest way to grow. But there you have it, there's some top tips from social media expert Tom Coleman. So employ some of those into your own social media pages and see how it helps.
So Leute, wir sind jetzt fertig mit den Lunges. Jetzt kommt hier die letzte Übung für die Oberschenkel, Beinpresse.
Yeah, so that's reverse lunges done. As Felix just said, we're going to go into some leg press now. We are using leg press twice this week, so we're going to change our foot placement, and obviously the reps and sets is different to what we're going to do in the other workout. So let's get it.
Let's do it.
So let me disarm you. There's an army I'm fighting around your heart. Let me disarm you. 'Cause baby, I just wanna love who you really are. Who you really So let me disarm you. There's an army I'm fighting around your heart. Let me disarm you. 'Cause baby, I just wanna love who you really are.
So obviously we put all this work in the gym. We're working towards something. Is there like a physique you have in your mind that you want to build? You know, like what's your perfect type of physique? What is it you're aiming for?
I want to look like you, Just.
Oh, lots of people do.
I want to be your age, so I'm nice and young, and I want to look like Just.
Everyone does.
I don't know. It's like obviously you and me, we're in this industry, so we see a lot of different physiques, and we know how to judge a physique. I've judged different federations, so you've got to go with criteria. But as a physique point of view, you know, the human body should be embraced and enjoyed, and it's not just a dustbin and that. So what I say is, from my point of view, I like the golden era, like aesthetics. Like for me, everything's got to be in proportion. You've not got to be too big or too small. As long as you're in proportion and you look healthy, I like that look.
Yeah, I think it's got to be all about proportions, hasn't it?
100%, yeah. Because you see a lot of the guys. The trouble is social media. Your average Joe will see someone with a six-pack and they'll go, they're in amazing shape, but they'll have just a six-pack. They won't have the shoulders, the chest, the tricep, or the legs to match it. I like the physiques like Frank Zane, where everything, weight, size, was all in proportion. It's a nice, healthy look. Yeah. You know, a lot of people can look at that image and they can go, oh, it was too big. When if you read his stats, he was probably smaller than yourself. So for me, it's definitely the golden era, the 1970s bodybuilder, where it wasn't too shredded, things were more in proportion. Nowadays, you know, there's so many different types of physiques, federations, competitions.
Yeah, I think
you don't know where to look, right, where to aim for.
Yeah, I think with obviously the competitions, a lot of the time people are building a physique to fit criteria rather than building a physique of what they want. So for me with the competitions, I'm not training for the competition, I train for myself, and I think, I'll do the competition as well and see how I do, you know. I want to build the physique I have in my mind of what I think looks good, not what a judge thinks looks good, you know. Obviously different competitions are after different physiques. Some want really big guys, some want really shredded guys, you know. There's different types, different federations, different competitions are all after different things. So
what Justin just said then is, you know, spot on. A lot of the guys, they train to fit a federation or criteria. Train your body to look the way it should look, and then you will fit somewhere. A lot of the guys, they're forcing their body to be small so they can be physique, or they're pushing their bodies too big to be bodybuilders. Let your body grow naturally how it should grow, and you will find somewhere to fit. If you want to compete, that is. Otherwise, you know, enjoy the training, but again, proportion. Don't just go in the gym and hit chest and arms, because, you know what I mean, that's not impressive. You want to go in there and you want to be a sculpture. I mean, you look at a lot of my photos, I do sculpture work, because the human body should be embraced as a masterpiece. You know, you put the work in, you should show it off, and everything should be in proportion, and it just makes you feel better. It's just, for me, that's what I prefer. Nowadays, the bodybuilders, it's impressive. You cannot take that away from me. It's amazing, but for me, a lot of the guys have gone just over the top, because they're no longer 6 foot and aesthetically pleasing. They're 5 foot and they're
that's
wide
the
as
thing.
hell.
People want to see these freakish physiques, you know. That's what's built up bodybuilding. Everyone wants to go to a show and see the biggest guy, the most shredded guy. But obviously, when it comes to yourself, maybe that's not what you're after. Maybe you want something a little bit more, as they say, aesthetic, a little bit more eye-pleasing. Yeah, so not everyone wants to be a big, freakish bodybuilder. Not everyone wants to be super shredded. So again, as we keep saying, it's about finding that balance and that proportion.
It's knowing what you want, what you feel that your human body ought to look like. For me, my screensaver on my phone is Frank Zane, you know, because I like that physique. So I always look at that, and that's how I try to imagine how the human body should look like. Justin, have you got anyone you particularly?
I don't know, same as yourself, and I think for a lot of people these days, the sort of golden era, as they say, those physiques are always up there with some of the best. I do really like the men's physiques, sort of Olympia stage style at the moment, although I don't think that's what men's physique's about. I think they've taken it to the next level, which is good now that they've split those categories up, so they've got a classic bodybuilding, so hopefully we'll see how that goes, and how that affects the physiques and the competitors that come into the competition. But yeah, as you say, old school bodybuilding, I think those physiques were amazing, and if we can get back to that, then yeah, pretty impressive.
Set the milestone, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah. So whatever your preference is, you know what ours is, and just go there, enjoy it, and put the work in.
So Leute, wir sind jetzt bei der letzten Übung angekommen. It's time to hit calves. So what we're gonna do is like 100 reps challenge. Yeah. So you choose a weight in the beginning where you can do like 20 reps. And then you do it as fast as possible, 100 reps.
It's a still good technique, but the idea is to have as little rest as possible. So that's what we mean by as fast as possible. So just try not to rest too much.
Nice full extension at the top, full extension at the bottom. 100 reps whenever you need it. Only when you need it, you get a 10-second rest to shake off and then keep going. So we're good to go?
Do it.
Let's do it.
Let's go first.
You're up first.
I'm first.
Genau Leute, wir machen jetzt also 100 Wiederholungen. Bei dem ersten Satz sollt ihr 20 schaffen, vom Gewicht her. Nach 20 solltet ihr dann sagen, oh, es war jetzt richtig schwer, ich brauche eine Pause. Dann macht ihr eine kurze Pause, aber nur so lange Pause, bis ihr sagt, ich schaffe wieder ein paar, ich schaffe nochmal 10. Und dann macht ihr so schnell, ihr einfach denkt, wie es am schnellsten geht, dass ihr 100 Wiederholungen schafft. Ihr zählt dann immer weiter, 20, dann, keine Ahnung, 17. Dann macht ihr bei 17 auf 23 und immer weiter, 100 Stück, so schnell wie es geht. Aber mit so schnell wie es geht, meine ich natürlich nicht, dass die Technik da unterscheidet.
Okay guys, that includes leg day 1, so that was our little bit of strength work for the week for our legs. We're going to rest tomorrow, so make sure you get plenty of rest, and then we're going to join you back here for upper body 1.
Ja, das war's jetzt mit unserem ersten Leg Day. Wir sehen uns dann beim nächsten Training für den zweiten Oberkörpertag. Ja, wie der Justin gerade schon gesagt hat, feiert nicht zu hart und wir sehen uns.
Ja.
Tschüss, tschüss. Tschüss.